Hi everybody, today I'd like to dive a little bit deeper into a topic that I touched upon in one of my previous videos, and that is the use of tarot decks. Now, if you missed it, I did do a previous video on the difference between tarot decks and oracle decks. Let you know that today I'm going to be talking about tarot decks, and more importantly, this is the Waite Radiant Tarot deck, which is the basic principle of every tarot deck that you will see out there is based off of this Waite deck. This is not the original deck. This is one that's a little bit more brightly colored, but the same substance that are in all tarot decks are essentially derived off of this deck. And there's a whole history behind that I can, if people are interested in, I can make a video on that later. But essentially what this deck is, it's a system. It's a system of cards that inform you on different things in life. So these cards are made up of 22 major arcana. And the major arcana cards go from the Fool to the World. And essentially what these do is they are depicting the spiritual evolution a human being will go through in life to elevate and raise to consciousness, to oneness, in unity with Source, whether it be your God, religion, the universe, whatever you call it. It speaks of the spiritual journey a person will go through in life to learn lessons, to emotionally evolve, elevate up more, get rid of stuff that doesn't serve you and step into things that are coming or identify things that are coming. The 22 major arcana essentially speaks to the major events or phases in life an individual will go through and the lessons they are meant to learn in that life. Okay, so whenever you see major arcana show up or hear about major arcana in the tarot, it speaks to major events, moments, or milestones in a person's life that they are experiencing or that you are experiencing. And what I love about this system, as well as with oracle decks, is it all feeds in to inform a story, essentially your story. Then there are 4 suits aligned in the tarot decks, and each of these suits represent different things. They represent a different season, a different element. They are associated with different zodiac signs if you're into astrology, as I am, and those videos will be coming later. And they can be also associated with different types of how you will receive or how you will adapt to certain situations in life. So I'm going to go through the 4 suits and give a broad overview of what each one is. And the first one is the suit of cups. Now, these suit cards are considered the minor arcana cards, which, depending on the suit that shows up in a reading, indicates where you or that person personally may be experiencing some trouble that they need more information on. And it ties into the other energies as it relates to the situation that you're inquiring on. So the suit of cups is associated with our emotions, our intuitions. It is our inner authority. It is how we learn to trust ourselves inside. The suit of cups is basically aligned with the water element. It is about intuition, emotions, and emotional states. It's associated with the season of autumn and the time of day like dusk. And it is associated with 3 astrological signs, and that is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Now, just like in the major arcana, each of the minor arcana suits tell a story. So each suit will start with an ace and will go all the way up to the number 10 until you get to the court cards at the end, which are the page, knight, queen, and king. And each suit tells a story as it relates to the area, in this case, elements, emotion, water, what you might be dealing with at an emotional level. It tells the story of where you are in that process, what you may be experiencing in that process, or what is currently presenting, forthcoming or in the past in that process. So think of each of the suit cards as telling a story as well that will inform you as to what is actually happening as it relates to, say, a major arcana card that might show up in your reading based on a life milestone or event that you're inquiring about. So that's the page, that's the suit of cups. The next suit I have here is Pentacles. And Pentacles is related to the element of earth. So if you think about that, earth has to do with nature, beauty, possessions, material things that you bring forth in this life. So earth is very grounding, and it's associated with stability, bringing safety and security so you can anchor yourself to navigate life. It is associated with the season of winter and often associated with the time of midnight, because if you think about it, winter is when we go into hibernation and we kind of want to get grounded and do some inner work to clear out anything that might not serve us anymore. And midnight is kind of that mystical time of night where it's beginning, dawning of the new day, grounds us into beginning the new day. So Pentacles is associated with earth, and the three zodiac signs that are associated with the suit of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. The next suit I want to introduce you to today is the suit of Wands. And Wands, my favorite, is associated with the fire element, the element of fire. And if you think about fire, it's about energy, drive, creativity, and willpower. It is often speaks to initiations, new beginnings. What are we going to bring forth? What are the new things we're going to think about to bring forth in this life? New businesses, new types of opportunities, the possibilities that might come our way. It's associated with the season of summer and the time of day, which is noontime. If you think about it, at noontime, mostly everywhere, it's bright outside, and if the sun is shining, it can add the element of fire and brightness to our life. And it's associated with the signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius as it relates to the astrology signs. And the final suit I would like to introduce you all to here, and this is the suit of Swords. Now, Swords, I think, is where a lot of us spend a lot of our time, because it has to do with the element of air. And the element of air, if you think about it, gives us many opportunities and things to jump to, which often get aligned with our thoughts and our mental abilities, capabilities. So this suit is associated with logic, ideas, intellect, and communications. Suits is associated with the season of spring, and most time of day is dawn at the beginning. So, you know, when you wake up in the morning, they usually say one of the first things I like to do is just sit in silence for a few minutes before I jump out and start my day, so I can get my mindset straight and clear and right. So it doesn't matter what I experience in that day, I am mentally prepared, grounded, and settled to move through that day. It is associated with the element of air, which I said, and the signs that are air signs in astrology are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So as an overall guidance to using the tarot system, you can hopefully see a little bit more flavor that these cards can inform us on as we're trying to use them, or as I like to use them, for my own emotional processing. Now, I am in no means a therapist, and this is in no means a way to replace therapy, but I often use these cards and oracle cards to do my own inner work in between therapy sessions, or as I'm navigating certain experiences in life where I'm trying to figure out what is actually going on here. And I use it as a great journal exercise in learning, so I can at least begin to process and begin to acknowledge what is happening inside of me and dump it out on the page, so I can clear up some inner space internally and make space for some new growth opportunities. So each card pretty much plays off of the next or previous card to inform you of the story. If this is helpful, I hope you will click that subscribe button and like this video. Hey, share it with a friend. Why not? Who knows what you'll discover and find. And if you like what you find here, feel free to jump over to my website at jackiemfernandez.com, or find me on social media on Facebook or on Instagram. And until then, here's to your well-being.